I believe we are live.
Awesome.
If you guys want to check, that would be great.
Yes, we are live.
We are live. I'm getting better at this.
Alright.
Okay. That was a bad voice crack. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm IKG Productions. I'm the leader of Team Turnabout and the director of the Shield of Justice. And with me, I have some different guests, as we're just gonna chat about some things while I finish Turnabout Sisters and possibly play a little bit of Samurai. We'll see. So, with that said, I'd like to introduce my guests. First, we have the actress for Emma Skye in the Shield of Justice, Saki.
Hi, hello. As you said, I am the voice actor for Emma Skye.
Wonderful. And next up, we have the department head of video editing, Nico.
My name's Nico. I do video editing, animation design, some artist stuff, and that's about it.
There you go. And next, we have animation designer and background ripper, Initiate.
Hi, I play with 3D models, and apparently people like that.
Yeah, we kind of do. And next we have, or last but not least, we have YouTuber, the Side Questing Gentleman, who is a PR HR advisor.
Why, thank you for calling me by my new name. Everybody keeps calling me by my old name, and it's just like, it's annoying. I have to remind them. Or, you know, I just, at this point, I'd rather them call me by my first name, but... Hello, everyone. How you doing? I am one of the PR guys for Shield of Justice, and it's been a pleasure working with these fine fellows.
Glad to hear it.
Yep.
So, we're here with day 2 of the investigation. We've got April May in jail, or at least in the detention center, so... Never change, April, never change.
She doesn't, she only wears the same thing.
Ha ha! Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Oh man. So everybody in chat, how are you doing today? What's going on with you guys? Let us know. And if you have any questions, we're also here to answer them.
Some guy in the chat has a very tragic backstory.
Tragic backstory. Oh,
Yep.
really?
His wife left him.
What?
Wait, I
You
was
sure it's
gone
not
for,
red, white?
Like a minute. I was gone for like a minute, and now what are you? What the heck?
Oh wow, it's actually just Alec in the chat.
Yep.
Okay.
Full disclosure, I am not married, nor will I ever be married.
Damn it.
Luna was ripping Sherlock. Interesting. Thanks for
The
saying
real
you hate my
question is,
guts.
Where is the Ace Attorney?
Why, we are looking through his eyes right now.
Oh.
Oh, Walton's here.
Nice. Hey, Walton. Hi, Muhammad. Luna. So,
Is that Luna Moon in the chat?
no, different Luna. So,
Oh,
Saki,
sorry.
what is your general take on Turnabout Sisters?
I mean, it's a pretty good case. I do like playing Turnabout Sisters a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty good.
It's
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
it's okay. I'm sorry, I'm very awkward.
No, you're fine. You're fine. And let's move to the Gatewater Hotel.
Yeah, I'd say the visuals are quite nice, very colorful, very anime inspired.
Yeah, I think the 2019 collection does a really nice job redrawing the characters and the backgrounds.
Yeah.
They look nice.
Yeah. So, are you saying like the original? It's like it redid the original HD designs, or?
Yeah. Actually, Nico can tell the story better if you would like to. Nico.
Yeah. So back when they originally ported the games to mobile and 3DS, they used the original artwork. And when they did the original HD ports, they removed a lot of animation. They removed like frames from animation, so they turned out to be very choppy. And also, since they were the original art, they were very rough. Like there's a lot of jagged edges, and it just wasn't really that pretty. And this
Okay.
port cleaned them up really well.
Absolutely.
It's just like when I saw like the HD trilogy poured over to like the consoles and stuff, I'm like, what's everyone talking about? These look nice, you know? Not perfect by any means, but you know. But I guess they fixed those from like the original HD versions.
Yeah, the mobile versions were severely botched. Alec, are you familiar with the Mega Man X port to mobile?
Not really. Surprisingly, Abif is more well versed on that subject than I am.
Oh, okay. Well, they're
He's
both
played the mobile versions. I'm like, oh
Ugh.
jeez.
they're both
Uh.
abysmal Capcom mobile ports.
I refuse to play it on the basis that I have enough migraines as it is. I don't want to have more throughout my week.
Yeah.
So the mobile version of the trilogy lags so bad it will take you probably an extra 10 hours to complete it.
It runs
It
worse
is
than
also-
MGS5 on my computer. It's terrible.
There's also no Android version of the mobile trilogy. There just
Actually,
isn't.
there is in
Is
Japan.
there?
In
Oh,
Japan,
okay.
they
Right,
just
of course.
realized that the mobile port was not well received on iOS here that they didn't bother porting the Android version.
I originally
Or-
did play the. oh. I originally did play the mobile version to like start playing Ace Attorney, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna get it in my 3DS, whatever.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it's a way to play it, I guess.
It is. It is a way, for sure.
Yep.
Actually, it's funny how many people on this team started out with the mobile port.
Yeah, so we've got technically me, Saki, I want to say Jay, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think Jay
Jay
did.
Faraday.
I also played the first two cases on mobile
Okay.
before I got the PC trilogy.
Yeah, I played PW and JFA on mobile. I've technically never touched the DS versions of those games, which is really weird. But it's true.
I played the first two cases on mobile, and then I played all of Dual Destinies on mobile.
Yeah, DD on mobile is really nice. That's like
Yeah.
a significant upgrade.
I agree, it's amazing.
Same for Spirit of Justice, DGS 1 and 2. But oh, and also actually AJ like Apollo Justice and Investigations, both of those Investigations games
Since
also
yeah,
are really really good on mobile. It's just the trilogy is just botched. That's a shame.
The
Oh,
only
I
thing
wonder who
that's
this
kind of
man is.
wrong-
Who's this little man over here?
Maybe they should have waited before they re-released it so many times so they could get it right.
Well,
The
actually,
one problem with the HD port for Apollo is the audio quality, but that's about it.
yeah, specifically the sound effects for some reason sound really low quality. But yeah. All right, so we're getting our teases about DL6. So actually, Initiate, I wanted to ask you, so what do you think of the 2019 collection?
I have not played it all the way through. Personally, like, I think the sprites look great. I think the music sounds way better. I emulated the DS versions on my phone when I started out, and I don't know. There's something about them that I like.
Yeah, I think there's
The
a
29
special appeal to the sprites of the original, even though I think this looks much better. And the same goes for Professor Layton. Like, I think the HD mobile ports of the trilogy are definitive, but, you know, there's something to be said about how it looked originally. So, I can understand that.
I like
know,
both
it's funny.
versions, and I
You're
like them
like
for different
clicking on that
reasons.
bush and like that plant in the room. I'm just expecting like a exclamation point, and then just like wait and say, "This reminds me of a puzzle."
Yeah. Yeah, just like the question mark pops up and then it's like, yeah. Luke, have you heard this one before? Oh, right. Let's hold on to red, white for now. And let's move. No, that's the pause button, you idiot. We'll go to Gatewater, show it to the bellboy.
An interesting fact about the bellboy, he actually shows up in the original Investigations trailer.
Yeah, that's
Like his-
right.
Like, for whatever reason,
Yeah.
they used his key art. Like, maybe he was planning to make an appearance originally.
I wonder which case he would have been in. Maybe case 2? Maybe he worked on the flight? I don't know.
Maybe.
It's
think
hard to say. I don't think it would be
that
case 3 because
might
I couldn't
make
imagine
sense.
him being in an amusement park. But
Case 3 looked like it was originally way different from all the old beta screenshots and footage that we have collected over the years.
Maybe Hugh was supposed to be the cool badger.
yeah.
Or is the rad badger? I don't remember.
Let's see. There was the bad badger. Yes, that's right.
Ah, yes, that was him.
Badger.
Yep, you got it. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Game theory: the bellboy is Red White's brother.
Confirmed. Yeah, it's. I know.
Keep her hair like that.
I don't know. I know we were talking about this a little bit with the group that we had on the last stream, but it feels like it almost feels like there's a lack of substance in these cases after coming from more recent titles, and I don't just mean like Spirit of Justice. I mean really anything after PW. But it's not bad. I just think the series has sort of outdone the original game. But then again, I still think Sisters is fun, Samurai is really fun, Goodbyes is genuinely great, and I think Rise from the Ashes is fantastic, so,
It's just like a nice entryway to the franchise because it's like, you don't really want like a case with a whole bunch of substance when you're just starting out and you kind of want everything to be really simple.
yeah, absolutely. And that's what makes the first Turnabout click so well, is, like in a more micro lens, right? But like in a macro lens, yes, I think the entire game does a really nice job with that. It's exactly the way it should be, honestly.
So, Turnabout Sisters actually has some unused files referring to a safe that was kind of implied to be the murder weapon. So maybe that's where Mia kept her files originally.
That could be it. Alright, everybody, we're gonna move to the weirdest place in the game. Blue Corp. Yay!
Very exciting.
Welcome, please furnish me with your title of your personage. What the? Your name? What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. That's the voice I always had for Red.
I think
I
I
mean-
prefer the one in the I prefer the anime where he just yells in English.
Oh, that's right. Corporate Expansion Official. That's what it stands for.
I thought it
amazing-
was
it's amazing
Chief
how-
Executive Officer.
Well, that's the thing. That's what it actually means in America. But Red White is kind of an idiot. It's fun. Like it's going back to these older characters. It's like, yeah, they actually do have their own little gimmicks and things like that. And I think Red White is certainly a memorable character, even if he's been outdone. Also, is that literally a rupee from The Legend of Zelda pinning his coat? What, like, come on. It's not even a green rupee, it's a blue rupee. That means it's worth 5.
But I laugh. Now that we're in HD, we can kind of see that the statue holding up the Blue Corp logo kind of looks like Red White.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, his hair. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, sorry for that.
Welcome.
User MC Skull, welcome. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
So, Alec, what do you think of Mr. Red White?
He is an interesting individual, I must say.
He most certainly is.
Kind of reminds me of Saul Goodman.
Yeah, I kind of see that actually. Like, I kind of see that actually. Like,
Better Call Saul.
yeah. It's the same kind of attitude, you know.
Just have Bob Odenkirk dye his hair purple. Might have to add a hairpiece to him, but you know.
I'll tell you,
can
the
do
day
any
Bob
charismatic
Odenkirk is a character in
businessman
Ace Attorney
character.
is the day I've lived a full life.
I just want everyone from any Vince Gilligan production to be in like a live-action Ace Attorney movie. Like they could have in like what's his name, Chuck McGill from like Better Call
Oh,
Saul.
yeah,
his older
Chuck.
brother. He
Yeah.
could play as Manfred von Karma, and they could.
Dude, that would
I don't know
actually
who-
fit so well. I can
Seriously.
No, Chuck could seriously play like Chuck's character could really work well as Manfred. That's
Yeah.
absolutely
But you like,
crazy.
he's also really good at doing different accents. Like I saw him on Good Omens, and he was doing a bit of like a British accent, and it was really convincing.
Nice. Perhaps you could do a light German accent then for Manfred.
It wouldn't surprise me. He's a very good character actor.
Mr. Wrong, was it? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the first time someone addressed Phoenix by a nickname?
Most likely. I'm not sure.
Larry calls him Nick in
Oh.
the first Turnabout.
Ah, you're right. You're right. And that's when he gets
Someone's
punched.
made a play on his name, I guess.
Poor Red.
I love this because this happens multiple times throughout the series, and it happens more than once in this game. Where Phoenix just runs up to the true culprit and is like, "Hey, I can prove you're the killer. What are you gonna do about that?" And then they just attack him.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Yep, gets
Honestly,
tased
it
by
almost
Manfred.
happens 3 times in this game.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
it does. Cause you have D. Vasquez, henchman in case 3, and then you have Manfred in case 4. At least that's what I'm thinking of.
One of my complaints with the trilogy is
Oh,
the
I know.
talking animations interrupt the not talking animations. There's like not a smooth transition between them. It just gets interrupted in the trilogy.
Mm-hmm. No, Grossberg, I need to switch the photo, please. Don't stand in my way.
I have a question. KG, did you get all the voice actors you needed for the casting call?
Well, you could say that. In fact, you could say I've got much more than I need. We have almost 200 auditions.
Oh wow.
So I'm going to extend the casting call, actually. Which is really wonderful.
Interesting.
I'm tempting to ask Exo Paradigm Gamer to voice Zinc LeBlanc, because I think it would be a good fit. Like, I want him to audition. Photograph returned to Mr. Grossberg. Okay. Do da do do da da. Okay, what animal is that next to that green globe in the back?
What?
Badger?
Maybe?
Is it a
What do you
bear?
mean?
Oh wait, no, maybe yeah, it's a bear catching a fish.
Oh, yeah. I think that is what it is. Very hard to tell. Also, Grossberg, a lot of your books are falling over. You should tidy them up.
Also, weird observation, but that chair looks kind of small.
Yeah, it does. Wow,
Hmm.
now that you've pointed it. Like even the couch looks small.
This is all
You guys
true.
are just mean to the couch.
Couch owes me money.
Oh, fair
Now,
enough.
well, it's interesting, right? Because the chair and the couch look very small, yet the desk is humongous. I mean, just unnecessarily big.
I mean, Grossberg is a big man. He needs his big desk, man.
But how is he gonna sit in that?
It's in the chair.
Yeah, how's he gonna... Maybe he sits on the desk?
Maybe we need to like get do a crowdfunding campaign to get him a nice chair like we did Reggie Fils-Aimé. But sorry, that was terrible. That wasn't funny. I tried.
He doesn't sit in the chair. He just kind of stands on top of it.
What?
And then bends down to work, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you tell me that that man sits in that chair, and I'm not gonna believe you.
No physical way.
Walton
Arms
says the arms actually fold out for the full chair.
Oh,
What about the couch? Explain the couch while we learn about Misty Fair.
I don't think we need to be learning about Misty Faye. We need to be learning about that chair and that couch.
Or why Marvin's mustache trembles when his mouth doesn't move.
It's
Maybe he has
actually
muscle spasms in the nasal cavity. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Maybe he's just flexing.
We'll have to ask
I
Dr.
mean, look-
Turner Gray for an evaluation.
it's actually a small mouse that just lives on his upper lip.
That's terrible. I didn't know he was an
Oh
alien.
my god.
Okay. Yes,
It's
Mohammed,
Ratatouille.
brilliant. Red White stole Grossberg's
That's
big
what
chair.
it is. You can't change our minds.
It's Ratatouille
Red White. Oh yeah,
2.0.
Red White stole. I like Muhammad's canon, where Red White stole the larger chair too, just like he stole the painting. But why didn't he take the desk? Okay, I understand not moving a desk like that at the office, but still. I'm sure if he wanted it, he would have tried. Well, unfortunately, Mr. Grossberg is being heavily blackmailed, so it's a shame.
Who isn't nowadays?
That is quite dark, but true. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica?
It's a reference to the first thing that it's referencing in a certain Ace Attorney game.
Well said. Well said. You're fired.
Oh no! Hey, people in the chat, I'm out of a job. Can I have one? I am a great PR dude. Watch this. Prosecutor Walton. He really knows how to prosecute. be sure to call for its
Boo.
services today. So you can send whoever to jail, even if they're innocent.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Luna,
goes way
she
down.
really brightens the sky with her moon powers and shit. Oh jeez, I swore. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
There's a swear jar.
A swear jar. What? All right. I can't remember if I need to
yeah.
do something else with.
I recall you
White.
forbidding harsh language in the stream. I'm really sorry, folks.
You're okay. Let's see.
Fiddlesticks.
Wiretap? No. It's been a while. Perhaps we can proceed with April May. She's in questioning. Okay.
Loading times are faster than the 3D games,
Yeah.
but that's needless to say.
They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Alright, definitely. So we're looking for DL6. So we're looking through A through I.
Prosecutor was like, "Oh no, I've been saying a lot of swears in chat. It's okay because nobody but the chat can see you swear. However, everybody is listening. The government, IKG, and the team who makes Shield of Justice happen. Yep, I've corrupted them. Yep, they're gonna be swearing their heads off at breakfast tomorrow.
That sounds painful.
Yep." And then their mothers are gonna be like, "Who taught you that?" And then they'll be like, "Alec did." And then I'll get an angry letter, a very nasty angry letter. IKG
Parent
is
association.
the government, says Prosecutor Walton. Well, he's a prosecutor, so I have to believe him.
But is he a real prosecutor?
That's a good question. It's kind of like, am I a real lawyer? Well, the bar association would disagree, but I think I am.
Wait, Saki, does this mean you are actually a detective because you play one?
You're not. You might be right. You might be wrong. I don't know.
Wait,
I don't
that's
know. You'll
oddly
find out.
that's oddly vague of you to say.
They don't have a legal
You're hiding
system
something.
in England, so he's not.
She's hiding something, everybody.
I could be a Russian spy. You don't know.
Sound Russian. It's alright.
What?
I mean, who isn't corroborating with Russia nowadays?
Me.
You sure about that?
Yeah,
Yes.
you sure?
Now, look at this newspaper clipping. Yeah, I like how Turnabout Sisters shifts its tone. It becomes a lot darker near the end of the second investigation, which is a rewarding way of building, you know, up what has been discovered. And it all connects later to Case 4, which is really interesting.
Oh, looks like we have some incriminating evidence. Someone in the chat's like, "Thank you for the vodka, Comrade IKG."
Thank you for the vodka, Comrade IKG. I tried.
That was good. That was good.
Sadly, Grossberg is one of the few characters from the original game not to have a 3D model.
Yeah.
Oh, great. The illusion is ruined.
Just put a mustache on an egg.
What if his mustache was the only thing that was rendered in 3D? Think about that.
Think about it.
The mustache is its own model.
I mean, knowing the conditions
So,
for
Red
some
White
characters-
blackmailed a politician, and then the politician committed suicide, and the case was reported, and he still got away with it.
You know, if Max was here, you'd be singing Red, White, and You right now.
Oh, of course. Of course.
He just explained himself by making up words, and no one wanted to, like, try and tell him that those weren't words.
No, his smile just blinded them all from seeing the truth.
What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared.
It's here. What's up?
So, there you go. Oh, hey, Jonas. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, jeez, IKG. This is getting more and more incriminating. Now, someone actually writes in Russian.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, do you want to translate for that, Mr. Alger?
Greetings to Evan the Terrible.
Wow.
What? Wow.
That's a low bar, man. That's low.
Because your name sounds like Ivan. History joke. Some of you probably don't know who Ivan the Terrible is, so I shall spend the next 30 minutes mansplaining about the great dictator, the great Russian Tsar Ivan the Fourth, also known as Ivan the Terrible.
Also, yes, Jonas, we were actually just talking about that. It's very true. So, Initiate, what do you think of Turnabout Sisters?
I really liked that case. I remember I really, really liked that case. Like, it got me hooked when I first started out. And then I go back to it, and it's still a good case.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like still really easy.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't match up with my experience when I first played it, which was that I had to look up a guide every 2 seconds because I didn't know where I was supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it was me being stupid. Sometimes the game legitimately just doesn't tell you where to go.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to wander around and figure it out yourself, and it's always the last place you check.
Well, you know, there's a real sense of needing, of like adapting and learning the skills that collaborate with visual novel design. And so when you're not experienced with that, like I certainly wasn't before I played Ace Attorney, you get really stuck. Whereas now you have all those sensibilities. So even if you don't remember the case that well, for example, I don't remember this case's details that well. I've been mostly getting the details back into my brain from this live stream and the one before it. But you just sort of, you know, you get me the, or you pick up on all of the little minutia, and you just get better at it. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people playing Ace Attorney, you know, had to use guides a lot early on, as we did, because it's just, you know, if you're not used to visual novels, you're not, you know, you have to learn a lot of other things before you could learn, you know, what I should be looking for in investigation segments, you know, what is the game's logic system, and things like that. Those things have to be learned, and that's why I think it's always important to keep that in mind for new players. It's certainly not difficult, like, say, playing Devil May Cry 3 on hard is, you know, but it's a very different kind of difficult to something like that. It's a different challenge, you know what I mean? Okay, that's enough. I'll get off my high horse. You get the idea. With Maya's support,
Yes.
we're gonna go into the trial. Ah. To be continued. As in, to be continued now.
just hope that they don't do the previously on like stuff between to be continueds.
Mm-hmm.
That would get really annoying fast.
Yeah, especially in the older games when the pacing is very fast.
Basically 30 minutes per section in the older games.
Oh yeah,
Mr.
Akai
Edward.
Hikari asked. Oops.
No, go ahead, Saki. Go ahead.
Akai Hikari asked, what do you guys think about like the wander aspect of Rise from the Ashes? Like the fact that you have to go back to the same area multiple times for like this one event to trigger.
I don't like that design.
I
Specifically,
really hate
the
that case
idea
because
of
of that.
having to go back to the same area multiple times to trigger something. I get what they're going for, but I think it should still be simplistic in terms of how to unlock the next event. So I'm not particularly a fan of that. But when it comes to the sprawling sort of design of Rise from the Ashes with the numerous areas and characters involved, I actually like that quite a bit. I just think it needed to be streamlined better. So I kind of like it how it is, but only when you know where to go. So I'd say it's kind of haphazardly designed. For me, it doesn't impact my enjoyment of the case too much, but I know it does for other people.
I did not know that like it was programmed that way, that you had to just wander around and go to the same area multiple times. And now that I know that, I think I hate the case more than I did before.
Okay, that's understandable.
Because someone took a look at that problem that the rest of the first game already has and says, yes, this is good, people like this, more of this.
Yeah, that does seem to be the conclusion, which is very perplexing.
I do remember for Rise from the Ashes, I had to use a walkthrough for basically the whole thing because I didn't know where the heck I was going.
Oh yeah, I needed it too. I can't believe I played all of Rise from the Ashes on the mobile version. Like, I should get an accolade for that.
Yeah. I don't know how you did it, but you did. How was the vase part?
Terrible. It's just as bad as everyone says it is on mobile. It barely functions on mobile. I was stuck there for... Do you want to know how long?
How long?
Poor 13-year-old IKG was sitting in his room trying to figure it out for 2.5 hours. I looked at guides. I looked at walkthroughs. I'm doing it! Why isn't it working? I'm doing exactly what they're doing! That's just how shoddy the programming is. Eventually, it just worked. I think I actually glitched past it because I closed the game, opened it, reload my save, and it went to like the text box after that. So yeah, I don't want to hear it. Anytime someone's like, oh, the mobile versions weren't that bad, I'm like, you do you, but I will never agree with that. Meanwhile, in the 2019 collection, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And the DS original, of course. So.
Yeah. Of course, I don't know how they control on consoles, but they, or at least on PS4 and Xbox One, but on PC, and I'm assuming Switch, that section controls nicely.
I can verify it works on all of the... I tried that part on all the systems.
Okay.
Back when we were able to see friends pre-COVID, I did some little investigating of that so I could report for my review. And yeah, it works really well actually with a controller. Just like moving, the cursor in the investigation segments. And, the Switch, you can do that, or you can use the touchscreen, so that's cool. PC, mouse or controller, so... Now, it's interesting, because I'm actually playing, and I've been doing this for all these streams, I'm actually playing with an Xbox One controller. Even though I fully recognize that mouse and keyboard would totally work for this, it's more that while my mic will sometimes pick up button presses, my mic would absolutely pick up me typing on the keyboard and clicking on the mouse. So it's just kind of a preference thing.
Yeah, you definitely hear that.
Yeah. Plus, in general, I just, for like 95% of games, I prefer a controller. Even if it's something as simple as like Layton or Ace Attorney.
I did play Ace Attorney with game with the 360 controller.
Mm-hmm.
It worked well, except for the bass part, but that could be because my 360 controller is a bit old.
Okay.
Jonas, go finish Spirit of Justice, or I will snap your spine over my knee.
Yeah, Jonas, go finish Spirit of Justice. And then once you do that, I'll start No, I shouldn't make that promise. That's not a good idea. Because if I promise I'll play DGS, then he'll finish Spirit of Justice by the end of tonight. I want to. I'm just not ready yet. I'm just not ready. Okay, witness's account.
One thing that I'm not a big fan of is them reusing the DS sound effects and not remastering them to the fullest extent that they could have.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Same with the music. Yes, it sounds better, but it still doesn't sound as good as the CD releases.
I think some of the sound effects they actually couldn't remaster.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure the shout sound effect is just DS compressed white noise.
They did actually remaster it for the 3DS port.
Did they? Oh,
They-
well, maybe I'm wrong then.
Yeah, they still, at least if they want to get the original Japanese shouts, they have uncompressed versions on like a CD somewhere. Forget which CD release it was, but like they're uncompressed without any background noise.
Hmm.
It's basically like the equivalent to listening to the Star Fox 64 lines and then listening to the uncompressed Star Fox
Yeah.
64 line.
Yeah, big difference. I've always liked these simple diagrams that they use during the trial segments.
Yeah.
My favorite example being, technically, obviously not in a trial, but in the Kidnap Turnabout of Investigations, I really liked when you used Little Thief to, like, figure out how, I don't want to spoil it, but, like, how the wall was manipulated, and I don't know, I just thought that was really cool.
Hello?
Oh, there you are,
Hello.
Alec.
No, I accidentally left and went to the wrong channel. My
Oh,
bad.
I thought that was me at first.
See, I thought I left as well.
Sorry
alright.
about that.
It's all good.
I'm hearing a decent quality shouts being passed around, says Muhammad Shan. I'm sorry, Saban.
Here in a minute. Oh wait, he can't even hear us since the stream stopped for him.
Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing.
Okay, for whatever reason, in Phoenix's confident pose, like his body extends all the way to the like his way expanded way too far. For whatever reason.
Yeah, again, the pacing is just so fast. Wow. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was
As
standing.
short as the first turnabout is, like the game would have been extremely short with the original proposed 3 cases.
Yeah. Which
Like,
I guess
this
would
was
make
the
more
first-
sense as a GBA title, but thinking forward,
Yeah.
it's quite different.
Like you can kind of tell this was meant to be the first case originally.
Yeah. When I think about the first game, I usually think about Turnabout Sisters first. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but... Initiate, did you have something you wanted to say?
No, I did not.
Oh, maybe it was someone else. Well, either way, anybody wants to give some commentary?
Yes. The woman in the flashback, the black and white flashback, is she has nice hair.
Very well. Very well. And then you hit. She ran to the right. You moron! It's not true.
Glad they remastered one sound effect. The audience.
Yeah, that one needed a lot of work, so that's good. As much as I like it, it was pretty compressed.
I know that was intentional disrespect to Paper Mask. Yeah, I'm not looking at the series from the outside looking at it. Nope, I'm a real, true...
Die-hard fan.
Yep, totally. Yep, my favorite character is, the prosecutor with the gray hair.
You know who he is. Wait, what about the defense attorney with the blue suit?
Oh, yes.
Or the CEO with the purple hair?
I like the guy who wears a hat.
I like the German lady. Yep, that's the best character in the series.
Oh my god. Franziska von Karl.
Certainly the best sprite sheet in the series.
Oh yeah, that's sprite sheet. God.
No, I love Franziska as a character. It's just like Alec. Come on, man. Oh man.
I remember back when he was introducing me to the series, I'm like, oh, who's that? And so that's Franziska von Karl. She appears in the second and third game. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Hold it.
Man, what can I say? I'm a sucker for women with German accents.
I don't know why, but when I first started playing, I didn't give Franziska a German accent, and then afterwards I thought I should give her a German accent, but then I couldn't actually do it. I don't know why. I got so used to having her without one.
Deutsch sprechen, yeah.
Like the Von Karma part is just like, yep, she's German. It's so in your face German.
It is pretty in your face, yeah. It's interesting.
I wonder if they ever make like a second live action Ace Attorney movie, who would they cast her? You know, who would they cast to play as her?
That's a good question. That is a good question. Unfortunately, not Bob Odenkirk, but we'll fit him into the film somehow. For sure.
What do you mean not Bob Odenkirk? He's perfect for the role.
Like, there were people like saying, haha, man,
Wait, we'll have,
like
no.
Asian dude despite being German, but it's like, there are Asian people who live in Germany, and they embrace the culture, have the German accents and everything.
Very true. Wait, I forget who's the name of the actor who plays Kim Wexler, but we can have Kim be Franziska.
I was thinking of like that Russian lady from the U.S. version of Shameless. I forgot the actress's name.
No problemo, big problemo, big problemo. My tongue is twisted.
Yeah, something that I just noticed about the scrolls, they use the wrong frame when the characters move, and their mouths are open when this starts scrolling for whatever reason.
I don't know why, but yeah, they do.
Message retracted. What did it say?
The Von Cameras are American in the original Japanese version, I'm pretty sure. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that
is why
correct.
Franziska is from America in the anime. And why Miles goes to America in the anime.
I mean, it's possible in the live-action version he has a Japanese parents because his father was German, but his mother was Japanese. You know, that could work. This is supposed to take place in the future, right? So,
Yeah. The future of 2016.
yep.
Yeah, we're living through the games.
It looks like an optimistic future with no worldwide pandemics.
But a whole lot of murder and schemes. So pick your poison.
I mean, they were right about a shuttle launch in 2020.
Wait, wait! Oh my God, you're right.
Oh,
Oh no.
With Case 5 of Dual Destinies, right?
Right.
but the
That's
problem is
amazing. How did
that
that?
was
Oh,
that
no.
was, like,
Oh
kind of
my
inferred from
God,
Dual
that is
Destiny.
so cool. I gotta think about that for the Dual Destinies review. That is so cool. You just
Well, I mean,
blew my mind.
They were off by a few months, but
Well, yeah,
they were right about the year.
that's so cool. Oh, cornered. Except it's Edgeworth's cornered, really, this time.
Now, try to figure out what year the Professor Layton games take place. Does the
Well-
crossover take place in
well,
Ace Attorney future?
Well, there's a few different theories out there. There's two main accepted theories. There's the late 1960 theory, which is that Last Spectre happens in 1960, and the rest of the games occur within the next couple years. And then there's the theory that it takes place in the near future, like Ace Attorney, with the crossover taking place between cases 3 and 5 of Trials and Tribulations.
So it has like a bit of a retro present kind of
Yes,
setting.
exactly. It is, and it's really based on what the
I
creators
guess,
have
like,
said. It's
Gotham
pretty much
from,
up
like,
to the
that
player
talk
whether or
show.
not PO versus A is canon. To me, I think both theories are valid, so I just accept both. I mean, obviously they can't both be at the same time, but I think both make sense. So.
Since Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney is set in 2018/2019, I'd be surprised. I mean, unless Luke and Layton don't age.
No, that
that's-
would be correct if we take the second theory into account. Yes, that would actually be correct.
What uniform did Luke wear in that crossover? Like in the prequel games, they kind of made him grow up a little bit
Yeah,
over the course of the series, and he would like adopt different parts of his uniform you see in the original trilogy over time.
exactly. In the crossover, they use his original trilogy design, which make specifically like his Diabolical Box Unwound Future look, which makes sense because that is when the game takes place in the Layton timeline. So yeah, it's a good question though, and I've always liked how they did that with Luke. That was cool.
Yeah, their Twitter is amazing. Holy, like the Sonic Twitter is all like, oh, look at the memes, Big the Cat,
Big the
remember
Cat.
this? I'm funny.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Professor Layton Twitter is pretty much like the Super Mario broth of like the Professor Layton fan base, except it's official, you know, pointing out little Easter eggs and details that the designers actually intended.
Yeah, very true.
Attorney Twitter, which is just begging for sales.
Yeah, like the Ace Attorney Twitter is definitely falling behind the Layton Twitter in terms of marketing, but they're not. Ace Attorney one's not bad. I think it doesn't help that they don't have anything to sell right now. I mean, they're still getting sales from the collection, which is great, but like they don't really have much else to promote. But
You know, like, August 3rd, character designer Nagano has commented that the design for Claire in Professor Layton and the Lost Future / Unwound Future is based on the wife of Level 5 CEO.
Yeah.
That's so adorable.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love that.
that's so good. I love all the facts and trivia they're putting on there.
Even like localization differences here and there, they point out.
Yep. It's cool. And they don't leave any game unrepresented.
Oh man, and like in the Lost Future, like scientist like Cuthbert speaks with a Scottish accent in the European version, while in Unwound Future he has an American accent.
Yep.
I reckon this path will most likely take you there, right? Meanwhile, America's like, yeah, this path will take you there, probably.
Probably. Yeah. Oh yeah, Saki, I wanted to ask you, have you played any of the Professor Layton games?
No, and I've been really wanting to. I just don't know which one to start with.
I think
You should ask
try out
me.
the first game, but
Oh, cool.
the Switch re-release, it updates the puzzle system quite a bit, to adapt with the quality of life improvements that were introduced in the sequels. Plus, you'll have more room to show your work for puzzles you gotta figure out.
See, to me, so I think it's best. Oops, I made a mistake. I think it's best to play the Layton series in order of release, just as I would say for Ace Attorney. So I would start with Curious Village. If you can get a DS copy, great, but they're out of print and they're really expensive on Amazon. So yeah. So what I recommend is the roughly $12 mobile remaster. It's called Curious Village for Mobile HD, and I think it's a fantastic way of playing the game. It's basically the equivalent of this 2019 collection. So like you're gonna lose like perhaps some of the charm of the DS sprites, but it is such a great version. They've done it so that you can get they've done all 3 of the original trilogy games on mobile so far for Layton, and you can get all 3 of them for a discount as well. So I'd say you can start there. You can definitely start with the mobile remasters of the first 3 games.
I will check it out.
Sweet. When you do, definitely let me know.
It took like what, 3 hours for Unwound Future to get ripped?
Yeah. Yep. You bet.
Prosecutor Walton says, I think the Euro voices are canon. They are the ones they use outside of the games. We recently got Unwound Future as well. Nice. That's probably I'm really conflicted. I think that might be my favorite, but I also really like the second game as well.
Oh, Diabolical Box. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Diabolical Box to me has much better pacing. Well, it's when I think Unwound Future is about to end, nope, there's another plot twist, and then there's another plot twist in that plot twist, and then the plot twist in that plot twist.
That's a fair point. The game just doesn't know when to stop. And even
I
while
thought it was going to end at the Chinatown Tower, and then there'd be one more act after that, but
yeah,
there's 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's crazy. I do think Diabolical Box has the better pacing of the 2.
Yep. Well, I will say, Unwound Future definitely has the Return of the King effect with the several different endings. It's just one tear jerker after another.
I know.
I dare not spoil, but it's
yeah,
fuck, they really wanted to wrap up that trilogy.
They sure did.
So enjoy your 9 endings. People criticize Return of the King for that, but I think it works fine. I mean, the fade outs are a bit much, but I'm happy to get more of the ending.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to have an ending that overstays its welcomes than one that cuts itself too short.
I agree. Yeah.
Standing there, they just saw the woman that's supposed to be the victim just appear out of nowhere.
They just have a dead expression, looking straight ahead. They just go, "Yep, just another day." Meanwhile, Mia Fey is right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a normal day in Japan-fornia.
That's right.
California.
But back to Layton. So, any of you are remotely interested in the series at all? Just like get like the remasters and tell Level 5, hey, we want more of this. We'll support it,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll get the Catriel Layton series to continue on.
I hope so. And I also hope we can get the prequels remastered as well.
Yeah.
I think they're building towards something, because I really feel like now that the first 3 games, the trilogy, is on mobile and remastered, and they've like done the work, if they upscale those assets or just use what they have on their end, I think we can get a 720 1080p collection on Switch, PS4, Steam. I basically want them to pull a 2019 Ace Attorney collection. That's what I really want them to do with the Layton games. And I think they will. Maybe within a year or so. I think they really will. So, in that case, Saki, maybe hold off? I don't know. It's hard to tell, because Level 5's been a little quiet recently.
I mean, I'll just see what I can do,
Yeah, of course.
Weird how they're handling the Catriel Layton series. Like, when the first game in that new series came out, it was kind of like an event for the Layton fan base. And I think it did pretty well. It warranted like a Switch remaster, like after the 3DS one. So, but then they were a bit quiet about any follow-up to that. And the first game, from my understanding, had a big mystery at the end that kind of was like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. Actually, two, actually. But, yeah, no, the game was not as well received critically didn't sell as well as most previous entries, which is a shame, because, but it makes sense because it's a new direction. But I think it still did well enough to get us basically a sequel trilogy. I think that would be really cool to have like a cat, sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, by the way, how's Last Spectre, Alec? Have you gone back to it yet, or are you still on break?
Oh, I've gone back to it back and forth, but I haven't had much time to play games since I've been editing the Sonic and Super Mario Kart videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. I understand.
I really need to get some help with like any future videos. So, but I'm a bit broke at the moment, so I'm gonna recover my finances before I do that.
Mm-hmm. Right, you were considering hiring editors, yeah.
Yep.
Which
But
really might not be a
editors are
bad idea,
expensive, so
honestly.
I gotta use them sparingly. They're more like lifelines at this point than something that's like a...
Yeah. So, Initiate and Saki, I wanted to ask you a question. And that question is, Miles Edgeworth or Phoenix Wright? The most important question of all.
Miles Edgeworth.
Phoenix Wright.
Battle Royale.
Sorry, Phoenix just exudes chaotic dumbass energy, which is like the exact thing that I also do.
I'm a Fujoshi and I fall for really hot guys, so there you go.
So you're saying Edgeworth is hot?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
it's
that's
been confirmed.
not up for debate.
Well, you know what? I gotta admit, he is. He is.
Also, Cravat.
Yeah. Cravat's pretty awesome. Stop shining those in my face! God. How much money do you think he spent on all that? Oh, never mind. He probably stole it! Mia's memo. This is borderline illegal, but we're gonna win the case anyway, so here we go. Please stop. Make him stop. Well, if you need some money, just use that rupee you're wearing.
You know, how much would 5 rupees translate into dollars?
I don't know. Anybody have the exchange rate? Nico just quietly goes, no.
No.
I find it very amusing that, like, a blue rupee that is exactly the same size as green rupee is worth 5 of the green ones. Because everyone just hates the color green, I guess. But not if it's a really big green one, then it's worth 100.
We did it!
Everybody hates green.
Phoenix
Well,
proved his own
except for the
innocence.
Sonic developers.
Green is not a creative color.
Let's see.
What's your favorite
Yay,
idea?
confetti. My thing is, the confetti actually, last I checked, is not actually a sprite in the game. It's just rendered in engine.
It's how it is in the DS version, too.
Oh, I was not aware of that, actually. How is it handled in the 3D games?
I think it is also rendered in engine because I don't think anyone's found the models for those yet.
It is
Okay.
indeed an engine effect.
Also, hello, Trace Paws and Sin City. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, hello.
We are nearing the end of the case, but I think because it's only been an hour, we're gonna keep going. So don't worry, it's not over yet.
The 2019 trilogies internally inherits some of the stuff they had to do for the DS sprites, because you know they were sprite sheets and they had like separate palettes and stuff. In the trilogy, they're just Unity textures, but like for exactly one character, the sprite sheet is opaque and then is made partially like it's masked over with partial transparency. Because they had to do that on the DS version, and I guess it was easier to just do that again than to modify the sprite sheet or something. All the sprite sheets are laid out exactly the same as they were before. So I'm guessing there's some reused code there.
The engine, that's a weird thing. It's like at that point, like either I don't get why they just didn't reuse the original engine at that point. Besides maybe, no wait, no, they have it to where it can be used on a single screen because they did that for the GBA.
Such a heartwarming ending.
Phoenix's face, it's just
Priceless. Burgers, dummy, burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. The end. Well, we've officially unlocked Turnabout Samurai, so what do you say we continue for another hour or so? Are you guys down for that?
yeah.
I could
Let's
probably stay
Sure.
for 10 more minutes. I have things I need to do
Ah.
outside.
Okay. Okay. But some
Okay.
of you guys want to stay then?
Anyone else besides me want to stay?
I mean, I can hang around, I guess.
Well, do you want to though? That's the thing.
Well,
Yes.
I'm probably not going to be saying much more than I was before, which is not very much.
Okay. So I think it'd be good to end it here then.
All right. Then that is... Did I save in that? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
No, don't
Okay.
play the intro. Stop playing the intro. Just... I'll just look.
Yeah, it just does that for whatever reason.
Yeah,
on
I
the
forgot. I
trilogy.
keep forgetting they do that in the trilogy. Oh, 60 FPS. I'll just let that play out. Well, thank you guys for joining this stream. We've played through Turnabout Sisters, so I have a little announcement for those of you who are asking what's been happening to the streams. So, to keep the channel image not like, to keep it like compact and consistent, I'm unlisting the streams after a few days from when they go out. So you can always find them in the stream playlist. You can always access them there because the playlist is public, but that's why they might like disappear from your sub box. Just to clear that up, that's just something I'm doing. And the second thing is, this is the last stream Team Turnabout's going to do for a while in this format. We'll come back to this later, probably maybe even next year. I don't know how long it's going to be, but what we're going to do from now on for live streams is have people who are working on the Shield of Justice, like things that can be streamed. So voice acting and advising, those unfortunately don't lend too well to this, quality assurance, maybe. But when it comes to video editing, animation designers, and artists, we'll have the department heads, such as Nico, for example, stream. And they'll just have I'll probably be there, maybe like one other person. And it's just going to be a casual thing like this where, we can make some progress and show you some behind the scenes at the same time. So be on the lookout for that within the next month or so. And we're working really hard on episode 5. We're working really hard on some side content like Asinine Attorney. And hopefully in August, we're going to have, by the end of this month, we'll have a video for you about Team Turnabout itself. So, with that said, I'd like to thank everybody who's joined me here. Saki, Alec, Nico, and Initiate. I really appreciate you guys being here. So,
No problem.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say?
Yes, there is one thing I do want to say. Play the Professor Layton games on mobile. Yes, you must play them.
I do support this message. I do. Anything else?
I thought we were gonna do the gag where a character says objection at the end.
Objection.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
Okay. Initiate, Saki.
Not really.
Bye.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Objection.
Okay, there we go. Objection. All right. Stay safe.